Hello there, folks. Hi, Kimberly. I'm just going to put my little hands on and get it all set up before I kick off. So, good evening. How are you doing? Welcome to the Rugby Chat pre-show. My name is Paul, and I'm from drivingmore.com. I'll be hosting the Rugby Chat in a short while. So, in this, I just quickly run through what happened at the weekend and cover some of the topics we were talking about during the Rugby Chat. If you're watching this on YouTube, this goes out at about 7:45 on a Tuesday evening, New Zealand time, so you can catch it live. And if you're watching it live, then please you can swipe left or right to share it on Twitter with your friends, and obviously if you tap the screen, all gives love hearts and all that kind of stuff. It's all fun. You can also type any questions at the bottom, and I'll have a go answering them. So what do we have at the weekend? We had a return to domestic action. So in the Aviva Premiership, most of the results went as expected, except the Saints lost to Irish, giving Irish their first win of the season, lifting them off the bottom and putting Newcastle down there. Exeter got the expected win against the Shell Sharks. Tigers beat Falcons. Wasps were downed by Saracens. Then Bath got the expected win over Worcester Warriors, and then the fun game at the end was the very high-scoring draw between Quins and Gloucester, 39 each, where Gloucester got a number of intercept tries to keep themselves. Very nearly stole that one. So where does that leave us? Well, that leaves us with three teams. Saracens and Exeter Chiefs off the top, being chased by Tigers and Quins. Then a bit of a gap to a very congested midfield, with Worcester just hanging on there, and then obviously Irish and Newcastle at the bottom. Over in the Pro12, I only managed to pick 2 out of 6 the results in this one. It was a weekend of lots of close games. Scarlets lost at home to Ospreys, and Connacht lost at home to Ulster. So the two top teams in the Pro12 both lost at home at the weekend. So is this a sign that the traditional powerhouses are coming to the fore, and those teams that have good evening there, and those teams that have had that sort of lost their team players to more players to the Rugby World Cup are now coming to the fore again. We'll have to wait and see. Zebre got their win over Benetton and Treviso. Zebre being much the better team of the two Italian sides, who are obviously both at the bottom of the table. Dragons lost narrowly to Cardiff, who have been looking much better over the last couple of weeks. Edinburgh down Glasgow, bit of a shock there. And Leinster got a good win against Munster, who are struggling at the moment. Over in the top 14, the Toulouse saw off Toulon to go top, being chased by Racing, who beat Clermont. So the top 4 all played each other at the weekend. Of the other ones, Oyonnax got a win to lift themselves off bottom over Stade Francais, leaving Argennes at bottom of the table. So that's going on there. Some of the stuff we'll be talking about this weekend. Some comments about people watching the Welsh derby games and getting the teams mixed up because they weren't wearing traditional jerseys. So we'll have a chat about that. Sorry, I put a tweet out last night asking for topics. So these are all topics people have been asking, want to have a chat about. We'll give Eddie Jones some help on choosing who he should have in his second row. We'll ask why what the RFU and other unions should be doing to promote ladies rugby. We'll pick up on Di Young's comment calling Saracens boring and see whether that's really fair. Saracens have scored 20 tries so far this season, putting them second most in the Aviva Premiership, only behind Exeter. And then with Andy Goods signing for Newcastle, we'll ask whether players who have retired due to injury and got themselves out of contract should be allowed to re-sign in the same season for another team. So that's what we're going to cover. We'll also have a look at the big game and ask who you think is going to win, and at the end. And if anyone else wants to throw in any questions during Hash Rugby Chat, please feel free to do so. I'll retweet it, and we'll start a discussion on those as well. So, with all that, any questions online? Otherwise, I will drop off and see you all on Twitter for Hash Rugby Chat. This will be on YouTube if you missed a bit of it earlier on, in the next sort of an hour and a half or so. Thanks, guys.